Today is a great day because okay, now I'm actually live. No, maybe I'm live already. I don't know actually. So you guys telling me, okay, if I've just started being live or if you listen to me already saying hello. Hello, Adam. Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Tell me down here in the comments. The ones of you who are already taking the course, you already know how to actually answer. So go ahead and say things like, "Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, stuff like that. All right. So, oh, okay. Now I also have my double screen and I see myself now. All right. So maybe I wasn't recording before, but anyway, here we are. We're live now, and that's the most important thing. So, if you're new here, if this is the first time you're watching this as a lesson, all right, well, we're going to see each other for about an hour. So, from now to another for an hour, okay? And in this hour, we're going to divide it into 2 sessions, all right? And hello, Irina. Hello. Yeah, you're live and I can listen to you loud and clear. All right. Hello, Irina. Hello, Adele. Hello, Chaturika. Hello, everybody, guys. How you guys doing? I'm so happy to see you here. All right. So let's go on, right? Because we were talking about how we are doing these lives. This is not for you because I mean, you already know how this is going, right? For the new people, the people who are maybe joining us, all right? So we're going to have the first half an hour where I'm going to answer your questions. And the second half an hour, we're going to play this vocabulary challenge, all right? So we're going to have fun together. It's gonna be a very awesome experience, just as always. And I can't wait, all right? If you wonder, how can I ask you questions? Okay, so there are a few ways. First, you can use down here, you can use the chat box, right? So you can just ask me your question here live. But unfortunately, if you ask me the question now, I may not be prepared, or there might be other people waiting for their answers. For this reason, my friends, for this reason, I prepared a form down here. You can fill in with your name and your questions. Only that, only your name and your question. And I'm going to answer live in our next appointment. I am always live once a week, every Saturday. So don't worry about it. Just fill it in because I receive every of your posts, every of your comments, every of your questions, and I'm always answering to them. All right. So now with this said, let's get straight into our first question for today, which is from Lolly. Hello, Lolly. So you say, please, what's the difference between even if and even though? All right. So this is a very interesting question, especially because it's a vocabulary question, and it's a great one because even though you don't know these words yet, even if you don't know them yet, now you know them, and I will explain you thanks to the question from Lolly, and then later you will be enriched with new vocabulary. So, what are they first of all? So, these words here, even if and even though, they're both used to join two phrases. Okay, so you use even actually let me do something because I'm sure that this way will be easier for everybody to understand, right? So you're going to use even if, or even though, and this is the pronunciation, okay? Even though, D-O, just 2 letters, okay? I know it can be confusing, but it's just even though, right? But a very similar idea. So as I was saying, there are 2 phrases, okay? This is phrase 1, and here we got phrase 2, right? So we can join, so we can put together these phrases using even if or even though, okay? And they can stay here or here. So let's make an example, all right? For example, you want to say that today is raining. All right, so today is raining. There's a lot of rain. Shh. All right. And even if today is raining, I want to go out. Okay. So today is raining because there's a lot of rain. Okay. It's a gloomy day. There are a lot of clouds in the sky. And even if today is raining, you want to go out, right? So you use both of these, okay? You use them both, even if or even though, to explain that you want to do something, even if the condition is not the one you want, all right? So usually you want to go out when it's sunny, okay? But because you want to go out, all right, you're going to say, even if today is raining, I want to go out. Or today is raining, or better, well, in this particular phrase, you can't put it in the middle, okay? But it depends, okay? It depends on the phrases, okay? But in this phrase, you can say even if, or you can say even though, okay? Even though today is raining, I want to go out. So now that you understood, okay, Lolly's question is, what's the difference between if and though? Okay, that's basically the question, all right? So though creates a contrast, right? Whereas if, it doesn't, okay? So basically, you could say that you can use this one always, okay? So you can always use even if. Even if today is raining, I want to go out. Even if, let me see. Even if I didn't eat, I am not hungry. Okay, it's not true. That will never be me. Okay, but that's the point. All right, that's the point. So even if I'm not, even if I didn't eat, I'm not hungry. You can you can use even though when you want to emphasize contrast, when you want to say that these two phrases are literally opposites, okay? For example, if you want to go out and it's raining, well, they are opposites, okay? Because usually you want to go out when it's sunny. So for that reason, if you want to emphasize contrast, this is when you use even though. So you say, even though today is raining, I want to go out. And this sounds very, like when you say that, you sound more confident in your wish because, well, because you use even though. So you acknowledge the contrast. All right, so let me see, write down here, okay, in the chat box if this explanation was clear for you, Lolly, and for everyone else, okay? Even though you didn't know this topic before, probably now you still understood it and maybe you're also able to use it, right? So let me know, okay? All right, so Lolly says that you got it very well. I'm very happy for it. And now, well, let's go on to the second question, which is from you, Lolly. And you say, I don't know when to use false and fake, all right? By the way, when to use false and fake. Please, could you tell me the difference between these two words? Of course, I can tell you the difference. The difference here is easy. It's easy, for real. When it comes to a lot of things in English, and but especially with attributes like these two. And I turned this way because here I got my screen, okay, but actually it should be here. Okay? Even these two here, okay, these two are attributes. When it comes to attributes, the best way to understand them and understand the difference is to see it in contrast with their opposites. Okay, so back to our beautiful paper right here, right? And well, I'm not gonna waste another paper. We're just gonna draw a little line, a little orange line here. Okay, I'm gonna use this little part here because we don't need a lot of space for this. So we said, hold on. Yeah, so false and fake, okay. For a second, I forgot about it. So we said false, okay, and fake. Now, of course, I could tell you myself what the opposite is, okay? But let's assume that you want to know this information on your own, okay, by yourself, like without me, okay? How do you do that? Well, you're going over the internet, right? You're going over the internet, and let's go with false, right? If we put false and then images, what we find is many images, and especially look at this one, true and false, right? True and false, right? True and false. Okay, so basically you see here that the opposite of the opposite of false is true. Okay, so let's put this one back into our paper, right? So let's change color to like this, and let's change it to, yeah, this one. So we said that false is true, all right? What about fake? Well, the opposite of fake is basically real. Okay, this I have to tell you this because I doubt we're going to find this one online. So is real. Now you have some context. Okay, now I can explain you the difference. The word false, and I'm going to make it a little more evident. I'm going to add some contrast. Okay, now you see this is contrast because it contrasts the white of the page. Okay, and this is fake. Okay, here we go. Now we got some more contrast, right? Also, we have contrast between false and true, right? Now, these are words, false and true, you can find over a test, for example. Well, one of those tests that have questions like, is this false or true? For example, I am I am 24, right? Well, this is clearly false, right? Because if I say I am 39, that's true, okay? So that's how you say, okay, something false is something not true. Something true is something not false. If I said I am a woman, that's false. Yes. If I say I am a man, that's true. Okay? If we say that Irina is she's from Italy. Okay, so if we say that Irina is from China, that's clearly false, right? But if we said that Irina is from Italy, that is true. So this is how you use the word false. Okay, you use it when you want to contrast something that is true. Fake, on the other hand, is used to identify something that is not real. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Fake is the opposite of real, of genuine, right? So basically, this is me. I'm real. Okay. If this were a fake live streaming, maybe this was a recording, right? This was a recording. Actually, it's not, okay? It's real. It's me. It's here. Today is the 23rd of March, and I can't tell you the time because it really depends on where you are in the world, okay? But anyway, this is true. This is real, all right? True is something you give to a statement, to something you say, okay? I said before, I'm a woman. This is clearly false, all right? If you say I'm a man, this is clearly true. But fake and real have to do with like genuine, like when something is genuine or not, all right? You can imagine something fake, like something covered with a mask, all right? So like if I have a mask, okay, then I'm fake. If I'm like that, I'm real, okay? Then of course, if I'm real, I can also say the truth, okay? But that's something, I guess that now you can see the difference. Probably you're thinking about this question, thinking of all of those fake news, right? And it's a very it's a very famous terminology, this fake news, right? So you're thinking of news that aren't true. And well, why this is true, the point is that they're called fake not because they're not true, but because they're not true on purpose. And this is a good point, okay? Look, when something is fake on purpose. On purpose, which means something, I know it. I know it's not real, right? On purpose means something that you know it's not real and therefore it's fake. Whereas something false, maybe you just don't know it, okay? For example, if I say that Colombia is close to Russia, okay, I may just not know. I may just simply not know. Of course it's false, Colombia is not close to Russia, but I may just not know it. Whereas when if I give you some evidence that Colombia is close to Russia, well, then this is fake, okay? Because I do it on purpose, because it's impossible, it's not true, okay? It's clearly false, okay? So if I do something on purpose to show you that Colombia is close to Russia, then that's fake. Okay, so I guess that now you kind of understand what I'm talking about. If it's clear, write it down here, okay? You, Lolly, and everyone else that got me, like everyone else that followed me in this explanation, all right? Now, let's go to another question. And this question here is from Irina, and when I received it, I had to think about it, right? I had to think about it for a second, because like, why English people talk with their mouth closed? Is that only because they're lazy, or is there something else? Okay. Oh, hold on, Irina, because you actually have another question. Can be fake something that never really happens? Yes, of course. It can be totally fabricated. This is how you say it in English. Yes, it can be fabricated because it's done on purpose. You do it with the intention. Okay, so for that reason, yes, absolutely, Rina, it can be something that never happened, all right? Now, back to your question, right? Because your question is very interesting, and I think it came out right after my first lesson on pronunciation, which you can have access if you join my channel, all right? We have a whole course on pronunciation, and in the very first lesson, I mentioned something pretty important. I mentioned something about the setting of the mouth, all right? And I know you, Adam, too, participated to that lesson. So if you want to, if you want to ask any other questions on this topic, well, you know what we're talking about. Anyway, the point is this. It's not so much that they close their mouth because right? So you can't talk with your mouth closed, all right? But how it actually is, why did I say that they kind of have their mouth closed? Actually, what I said is that they have their mouth still, as in not moving, okay? So now let's explain this point because it's very important. Because yes, they're lazy. I mean, that's true. Okay, that's part of their cultural personality. But at the same time, there's more to it. Okay, there's more to it. So you want to imagine this. And this, by the way, this question is very important because it basically gives you an idea of how to pronounce words in a way, English words, in a way that they are clearly understood, okay? This is why this is so important. If you are able to imitate this, you will be 100 steps ahead. Like really, if you understand what I'm about to say now, you don't even need to take this course that I told you before, okay? I'm joking, but it's pretty similar. Everything, or better, when you talk, okay, when you talk, you use your muscles, right? Like to open and close your mouth, you use muscles. The tongue is a muscle, right? A muscle is this one. You see how big this is, okay? So this is a muscle, right? And we all use muscles to move our jaw, to speak, all right? So you agree with this, right? So now follow me. Because just like any other muscle, even the muscles used for speaking need to be trained, need to be exercised daily. Just like if you go to a gym to make a bigger bicep, all right? Usually, like you can go every day to the gym and still have very small muscles, but if you go to the gym and you exercise daily your muscles, those muscles will grow, will get better, all right? So the idea is exactly the same, okay? The idea is exactly the same. Muscles here, all right? Now, we are used to speak our language since the day we are born. This means that we are used to use these muscles, right, in the same way since the day we're born. This means, my friends, that actually this explains, my friends, why for us it's pretty difficult to speak clear English, because we are used to use our muscles in a very different way from the way that an English speaker speaks its own language. So, this also means that if you are able to imitate the way an English speaker uses its own muscles, then you're also able to speak clear English with a clear pronunciation, right? And of course, it's not impossible because you can see it in me. So far, so good, right? So, basically, when you start moving your mouth, when you start speaking your own language, you are putting your muscles in a certain position and you are keeping those muscles in that particular position in order to speak clear French, for example, in the case of Lolly, right? Or to speak clear Italian, or to speak clear other languages, or Polish, for in the case of Adam, right? Now, this means that we don't need to learn a lot of things. We only need to learn at the very least, the basic setting of the English pronunciation, of the English language. How do we do that? Well, lucky for us, like Irina said, they are pretty lazy. So their setting, the way they set their mouth is very simple. their mouth is mainly still. It's not moving. And to the contrary, what's moving the most is the tongue. Yes. So far so good, right? So you understand, right? Let me recap what I just said, okay? Because I know that I said a lot, okay? So let me just recap. So we said that the mouth has muscles. All right? The mouth has muscles. Just like the muscles of the rest of the body. For example, just like the muscles you exercise when you go to the gym. Okay? This means that even the muscles of the mouth need to be trained, okay? They need to be trained. So far so good, right? Okay, so a mouth has muscles just like and they're the same muscles that you exercise in the gym, so they need to be trained. They need to be exercised daily. This is something you already do. You already train your muscles from birth. All right, so you already train your muscles from birth, okay, because they're the one you use to speak. Even, let's say this is you and this is a person from UK. All right, let me change. This is almost finished. Something you and UK, okay, you have your setting. When I say setting, I mean the whole movements you make, okay? And a UK person has its setting, which means the whole movements they make. So if you train, okay, your muscles using the UK setting, you're going to speak just like them. And that's something definitely possible. Now, I want to show you what it means, okay? I want to show you what it means. In a second, I'm going to use, actually, hold on. Okay, so in a second, I'm going to use my settings, okay? My Italian settings of the mouth to speak English. And you'll see a very dramatic difference, right? So this is the way I speak English if I use the Italian mouth. It's very difficult for me to speak this way because I use the Italian setting of the jaw to say something that is not Italian. Right. Now I'm using the English setting, and as you can see, the range of sounds has changed dramatically. I'm able to reproduce way more sounds simply because I'm using their settings. I'm not using my own settings. I'm using the muscles in another way. It's simply the difference between doing I don't know, like doing this, all right, and doing this. Okay, they're just different exercises. That's all right? I'm sure that you've been able to appreciate the difference between the Italian setting and the English setting, right? And that's all. That's all. I know I made you laugh, Lolly, but it's true. And it was so hard for me to actually speak that way. This is something very important. It's one of the reasons why for you guys it's very hard to speak English is because you're using your setting to speak English, which is just another setting. Imagine you want to grow let's once again, okay, this movement, okay, if you do this movement repeatedly, okay, you're going to grow this muscle. But imagine if you want to, you do this movement and you want to grow this muscle. Does it grow? Of course not, right? It doesn't grow, because to grow this muscle, you have to do this movement, right? So this is exactly what it is, right? This is exactly what it is. As I said before, the end product is a mouth that doesn't move much. As you could see, I'm not moving my lips so much, right? Just a little, but not much. Just a little, just a little, just a little, look, just a little, right? You see, you didn't move much. And if you pay attention, you're gonna see the same thing in every American movie, especially Americans. Like they almost never move their lips, almost, right? This also means that you're going to need to move your tongue. Yes, because if this doesn't move, this has to move. That's it. Okay, so of course, this is why you will need to have a clear pronunciation. You also need a course, somebody that teaches you how to. And if you want to speak like me, well, then you can join this channel with the Fluency Pack, and you can find the pronunciation course where you can exercise weekly on single sounds to get exactly where you want to go with your pronunciation. But anyway, this was beyond the scope, right? I just like to to do a little bit of advertising, right? About the things I can offer. But actually, I'm doing this for you guys. Like, I've already taught pronunciation for years to one-on-one students, and only now, thanks to YouTube, I have the possibility to just teach the same things that made many other people very, very fluent to many other people, right? One thing for me was with him one-on-one lessons. Now I can use the same tools to show you guys how to be fluent in English without having been limited to only one-on-one people. Okay, so you're welcome. Anyway, that's it, because it's time for our vocabulary challenge. Yeah, so, oh, by the way, I didn't ask you, Irina, but you tell me if this was clear enough, and you guys also tell me if this was clear. If you have any doubts, just ask them down here, and if it's a small question, I'm going to answer now. If it's a longer question, I'm going to answer next time, right? Because now it's time for the game together. So let me know if this was clear. It's very important for me to know it. So please take your time to write down, yes, it was clear. Thank you. Okay, so back to us, right? And it's time for the game. So because of the game, now I'm going to open my usual list of words. And tell me, okay, so I'm going to open my usual list of words, and I can see, thank you, Irina, wonderful explanation, awesome, okay. Okay, I'm very glad you liked it. And I can see myself a little bit like the communication is not clear, as in like I see myself like doing very strange movements. Can you please, guys, tell me you can hear me well and you can see me well, and it's just what I see here that is wrong? Please let me know. This one too is very important. So let me know, can you see me clear? Like what I say is clear to you? You have no problems understanding me? Okay, let me know. Okay, all right. So meanwhile, let's go on with the first question. You say, all okay, Lolly? Okay, thank you for it. Awesome. Yeah, because for some reason I was seeing I'm still seeing myself very in a very bad shape. Anyway, back to us, right? Let's go to the word number one. And I'm going to, just like always, I'm going to choose randomly, okay? I'm going to choose randomly like this, closing my eyes, and I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. Okay, very well. So, okay, this word is an action, and you want to be ready here, okay? This word is an action. Thank you guys for letting me know that it's okay. Okay, it's very important. Thank you very much. And now let's focus on this word, okay? So it's an action. It's an action that transforms something into something usually bigger. And if I say too much, then you understand it straight away. Okay? Because there's just one keyword. If I say a keyword, you get it. But play with me. I'm not going to use this keyword. It's an action. If you do it, things become usually bigger, right? And you can do this action with it's not growing. You can do this action with time. Yeah. You can do this action with rubber things, so things made of rubber. You can do this action with like if you like cooking, for example, if you like cooking and you like maybe making a cake, for example, then you can do this action on the cake dough. Dough is the name of the thing that then it becomes a cake. All right, then you can do this action. It's not to stretch, although you're pretty close, Irina. You're pretty close. Well, those are things you can use this action. You can do this action. Baking flour. Well, that's a noun. It's not an action. It needs to be an action. So ideally, it needs to begin with to before it. Although, I see what you mean. I see what you mean with baking flour anyway. And because if you put baking flour, then the cake expands, right? So I see your point. But it's not. It's not. It's something. It's a pure action. It's something you manually do. Yes. Well, you can do it manually. You can do it with machines. Okay. Being an action, you can do it with many things. But it's something you do usually to right with time. We said, okay, or with let me see what else. To increase. It's not to increase, and it's not need. I like your vocabulary, Lolly. Yeah, to need. Need is what you do with the dough, right? You knead it. Yeah. Although it's not the one we're talking about. But I appreciate the effort. Let me see. You can't do it with water. You can't do this with water, okay? Creation. Nope, it's not creation. It's something you do and it becomes something, and it's an action you do, and when you do it, you get that thing bigger. When I say bigger, it's just because I don't want to use the actual word, okay? But let me be a bit more specific. When you do it, you make the thing longer. And now I really said a lot. Now I really said too much, probably. But that's okay. Let me see who's gonna be the first one to guess it right. And if you're playing this game as a replay, just participate in the game as well. Because as you can see, we got time, right? And it's not whip. Now let's get out of the cake example, okay? Because it can be used in a variety of things. And it's not to extend, but now, Irina, you're so close. You're so close, right? You're really close because, well, because you're close. You're very close to the word we're looking for. And it's not to whisk. Now, let's get out of the cake example. Okay, let's get out of the cake example. And it's not to expand. You can make it. You can make it. I see a few more other people right now in the game. So try to guess it too. Okay. So as I said before, this word is an action and is something you do to something to make it longer. You see, that's exactly what it is, to make it longer. And now I really said too much, probably. Let me know, let me see. I'm curious. Come on. You can make it. I know you can make it. It's difficult. I agree that it's difficult, but widen. Widen is close. Widen is close, but it's not the one we're talking about. Because widen is something that extends, right? Just like Irina said, okay? Widen is to extend something, right? But here we're talking about something that becomes longer. How do you say that? Now I imagine you guys going over to tend. It's not to tend. I imagine you guys going over the dictionary to try to find the word. Well, to lay down. Nope, because when you lay down something, it's like, for example, if I lay down these brush pens, okay, I just lay them down. This is to lay down, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see them right here. This is to lay down, which is not what I mean. Wow, it's difficult. Hey, I know it's hard. I know it's hard, Emma. Come on, it cannot always be easy. Sometimes it needs to be a little harder than usual. Stretch. And like we said before, it's not stretch, although stretch is very close, all right? Very close, because when you stretch something, you tend something, just like we said, you tend something, okay? And this is all part of it, okay? This is all part of it, but all of this, lengthen, yeah, lengthen is the word, yeah. You made it, Lolly. Well done to you, and well done to everyone, okay? Because this word wasn't easy, and you really got so close to it, really. Now you probably may wonder, what's the difference between, for example, to lengthen and to tend or to stretch, all right? So when you say to lengthen comes from long, right? And this is why is exactly what we were talking about. It was difficult, yes, Lolly. At the same time, look at this. You can take an attribute, for example, long, and then you end it with this en at the end, lengthen, right? It's not exactly the same word, okay? But long, lengthen, short, shorten. And then there might be some others, right now I don't remember, but the point is that you take long, and this is why lengthen is to make something long. When you stretch something, there's a word, this word brings some stress. This is why it's called stretch, okay? It brings some stress to the actual thing, right? For example, I can lengthen time, so I can use more time to do something. But if I stretch time, means that it's something difficult. Okay, I can lengthen, maybe what did I say before? Yeah, some dough, some cake dough. Okay, I can lengthen some cake dough, but if I stretch it, it means that it's becoming difficult. It's becoming increasingly difficult for the dough, right? And this was the most difficult word so far. Yes, I totally agree with you, Adam. Yes. But come on, sometimes we also need to find something difficult. Otherwise, it's so easy, right? Anyway, congratulations, guys. Congratulations, because we're not playing for winning, we're playing for becoming better. Forget about that. I just pressed the wrong button. We're playing for becoming better. Okay, we're not playing for winning. So the very fact that you, Adam, Irina, and whoever else participated in this game, which was you guys, yes, it was you. Well, you're already improving so very well. And Chaturika, where are you? Okay, I want to hear you too. Okay, and Adele, I want to hear you too. And I want to hear you that you just joined the game right now. So in fact, because of that, let's go to the word number 2, right? So let me go once again here, and I'm going to once again randomly choose a word. This one. There was no word here. Because when you go randomly, you don't see, and when you don't see, you may just go above and beyond the list. Wow. Oh, yes, you need to train your brain. It's absolutely, Adam. And in fact, speaking of training your brain, this other word, okay, this is not easy, okay? It's not easy. But we need to train our brains. So get ready, okay? You that just joined the channel, you that are just here by mistake, you guys that are here to play the game, you guys all play together, because we're gonna have fun now. Okay, this word is a noun. It's a non-common noun. Okay, so it's an uncommon noun. It's a noun you probably have never heard. Okay, in fact, if I see you getting close to it, the closest you get, I'm going to just stop the game and I'm going to tell you what it is, because probably this is a new word for everybody. Okay, like you just even though you're watching this and you are a B2 level or even a C1, you may not know this one. Okay, this is a noun, and it's something, and it's an expression. It's something you it's a moment. It's an expression. It's a moment. It's something you do with your face when you're very happy, or when your jaw drops because of something, some news, something that you didn't expect. So for all of these reasons, you are in this state. It's a state. Okay, it's a state, like for example being tired. Okay, it's a state. Okay, and you're in this state, and it's when you receive news, you receive a piece of news, and this piece of news is completely new to you, and it's making your jaw dropping like this. Okay, and you can't you can't believe to what you've heard, you can't believe to what you've seen. This is something, for example, you can use when you are maybe inspired by a panorama, by a beautiful sight. So you have this word, and it's a state, okay? It's a moment you experience, okay? The same word is also part of a word I often use. Very often, actually. I often use this. Come on, Irina. Yes. Yes, it was. Oh, it was. Oh, come on. That's not true. What are you doing here? You should come here with me teaching, okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was the word. Oh, compliments, compliments, congratulations, congratulations. Really puzzled. Puzzled was a nice alternative. The main difference between puzzled and awe is the expression. Okay, so now I'm going to look puzzled. This is puzzled, all right? Whereas awe is this. Okay, so this is actually the difference, but I want to actually show you more of it. Okay, so let's go over the internet. If I put the word awe, look at these images. Awe, 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 right? They're wondering. They're inspired, okay? They're curious. They're awe. In fact, look at this. Awe. Maybe you have this sound in your language. I surely have it in Italian, right? Awe, right? Irina is awesome, right? Awesome, awesome. Yes, Irina, you've been awesome for real, right? Awesome. This is why I called you guys awesome. When I greet you in the beginning of our videos, of our streamings, and I say, hello, awesome people, right? Because the very fact you're here for learning a language makes me really like being like, wow, wow, you know, it's incredible because it's not easy. Like, I'm speaking English, you're here to learn English, and you understand me. This is awe. It's awesome, all right? Awesome. Some is a quantity, okay? Some, okay? We're gonna if you're here with the fluency course, with the course that you can join down here, the one from B1 to C1, you're going to really learn this word, this some, okay? And when you say awesome, okay, you're talking about a little bit, maybe more than a little bit, okay? Some quantity of awe, right? If we look at the word puzzled, we don't see the same thing. Puzzled. You see here? Look at this. Or look at the other one. This one. You see this one? Like this is like what I don't understand, you know? And this is clearly this is clearly that, you know? So now I'm sure you guys actually understood it, right? And oh, like this, okay. So now you're totally understanding, I guess, right? So we got time for another word. So let's go on to the word number 3. Let's see who's going to guess this one now. Once again, as usual, I'm going to go random, all right? Hopefully this time will be an easier word, right? We'll see, but maybe not. Maybe this is, you know, like it's called a vocabulary challenge for a reason, because it is a challenge. It is a challenge. It challenges you, right, to find other words, to find other vocabulary. And I got it. Okay. This is a beautiful word. It's an attribute and is beautiful, really. You that are watching this as a replay, you should play with me because it's going to help your vocabulary, okay? You, Adele, I know you're watching, all right? I know you're watching, but I don't see you, okay? So participate, okay? Try, just give it a try. Now, this word here It's an attribute. It's a beautiful attribute. It's something you actually give to something that is beyond expectations. And because it's beyond expectations, it's something that is different from anything else, right? Different from anything else. This is what it means. It means that that thing is something that it's something you've never seen before. And for this reason, you use this attribute. It's something charity. It's not charity. It's an attribute, okay? An attribute, an adjective, something you give to this, something you say to describe something, right? And it's a beautiful word. It's a long word. It's a long word because when you say it, you don't pass over it. You actually stop a little as you say it to say it completely. You will hear me saying it, all right? You use it when you see something that is beyond expectations. When you see something that is different from anything else you've ever seen, anything else you've ever experienced. So you use this attribute. And it's not talented, although, yeah, being talented is definitely a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful word, and you also say like talented, okay? You kind of want to pace it up, but it's not the one I mean. You use this word when you kind of know what you're talking about, okay? Like, for example, you're watching a movie and you have already seen similar movies, but this one, despite being similar, is different from any other movie on the same topic. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. I know you can make it. I know you can make it. In fact, I'm going to stay here, okay? Although our time is almost over, I'm going to stay here until you guys find it, because I know you can find it. I know you can find it, yes. And I also know that it's going to help you. This word is beautiful. Like, if you use it, your vocabulary grows with more interesting words, all right? So you want to use it. And it's not excitement. Once again, excitement. But we're going to learn this one in the next lesson, all right? And when we're in the next lesson of the fluency course, the one from B1 to C1, we're going to learn exactly what an attribute is. But in short, an attribute is a word you use to describe something. Emotion. Nope, that's a noun. It's something you use to describe it. You see a movie and you think, wow, that's da-da-da. That's da-da-da. And that's a movie, maybe, maybe it's a movie on, I don't know, what kind of movie can it be? It can be maybe a movie on a very common topic. Maybe it's an epic movie, okay? It's an epic movie on, like, similar to The Lord of the Rings, okay? Which was already a great movie. Not for me, I don't like the genre, but if you like it. Amazing is very close. Amazing is very close, Irina. And it's not incredible. It's a word that set that thing apart from the rest. It sets the thing apart from the rest. Because when you say incredible, you mean that you don't believe it. But you actually do believe it, right? When you say amazing, amazing is like, whoo, right? Which is more than that. Hey, hello, Moonwalks. Welcome with us. Welcome with us. You're just in time. I'm usually at about this time, I'm stopping the game, but we are about to actually learn the last word. So if you want to play with us for the last word. Okay, we're looking for an attribute, and this attribute, and fascination is not, okay, this attribute, which is like an adjective, is a word you give to something that is wow, something extremely beautiful, something that is similar to the rest, but it's more than that. It's more than that. Like you've never seen something like that before. It's a very good compliment to give to a person. And hello to V Day. Hello, my dear. Hello, how you doing? And you too, all right? If you've just joined, if you want to participate, I'm repeating again because repeating probably is going to be good. It's going to make you actually guess it, all right? So we're looking for a word, okay? And you can participate. So you can participate down here, all right? And what you say, you can participate saying the word I'm talking about. And this word is something that is beyond the expectations. Beyond expectations is like something like we said before, like incredible, something amazing, but it's more than that. It's more than that, right? It's when, and this, you want to actually use it, right? You want to learn this word because this word is going to make you grow. This word is going to make you expand your vocabulary. Enthrall. Wow, what a word. It's not the one I meant, although it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice word, but it's not the one I meant. Marvelous. Kinda. You see, when you say marvelous, marvelous is like something that you marvel. If you marvel, just like, you know, the the series of movies, right? When you marvel at something, marvel is similar to awe, right? You wow, when you marvel something, you are taken because it's something unexpectedly beautiful. But it's not the one I mean. It's not the one you actually want to say to set something apart from the rest. That's another one. Wonderful. Wonderful is beautiful. Wonderful is something full of wonders. And wonders, think of Alice in Wonderland. Okay, those are wonders, like something that, all things that are wow, beautiful and nice and wonderful, right? Astonishment, astonishment, astonish. You want to say astonishing. Astonishing is similar, but astonishing is more like petrifying, like that's astonishing, right? So you don't want that. It comes from stone, okay, by the way, if you want to understand it, like astonish comes from the word stone, which is another word for a rock, all right? So if you say it's astonishing, like it makes you stop and like be like, all right, but it's not the one. Let's go. Come on, you guys. I have a lesson in 10 minutes or so, right? So I have an English lesson soon. So let's see if we can do it. Miraculous. Wow, miraculous. Well, miraculous is something that comes from the word miracle, right? A miracle is something that is, it is beyond expectations, all right? It is definitely beyond expectations, but it's not the kind of word we're looking for. Magnificent. All right, that's a little better. That's a little better. Magnificent is something that is a word that makes sense. Magnificent is something that is very large. It's larger than normal, which is okay. Remarkable. I love it. I love it. But it's not. All right, I'm gonna give you another minute before I will have to punch off. All right. Remarkable. It's a good word, remarkable. Remarkable is when something makes you think. It's when something is makes you mark it, okay? Like highlight it, okay? Makes you like highlight it and remember about it because it's something important. Let me see. All right, so I see that You went with a lot of them, all right, and they were all great. But the word we were looking for is outstanding. Outstanding. All right. Now look at this. I'm going to write it down so you guys know what I'm talking about. Outstanding. All right. Unfortunately, I don't see much. I don't see many many images about it, but you see here good, better, best, outstanding. Okay, outstanding is beyond it. All right. What does it mean, outstanding? Outstanding means to be different from the rest, because you stand out. You stand out, right? This is why you actually use this word, because you use it for something that is remarkable, is definitely remarkable, right? But at the same time, being remarkable is just is a little less. Something outstanding is, another word for it is exceptional. Exceptional. But anyway, you guys, congratulations guys, because this one again wasn't easy and you made it. Okay, I mean, like, you found a lot of words very similar, and just for this actually already made your vocabulary better. So anyway, we ticked our goal for today, right? So congratulations guys, and this is it for today. Who won today? Who won today's game? I think who won it? I think, oh, it was even, right? It was even, yes, because one was guessed by Irina and one was guessed by Lolly. So congratulations, girls. Okay, once again, girls are the ones, right? Good on you, girls. Yeah. And anyway, congratulations to anyone here, because thanks to you guys, I'm here teaching and helping you become better, helping you improve your English. So thanks to you, I'm here. So thank you guys, and I'm going to see you next Saturday. I'm going to be live here, so even if you just joined, like for example Moonwolf has just joined, or some other people I see here, I'm going to see you next time. All right, have a great